Hey guys, so we're starting something new, Generation, it's our YouTube channel. We are restoring old bikes and making them brand new, and we're starting with a CRF250R, and this is a 2006 model, so you can follow us tearing it down, replacing everything, new plastics, new seat, whatever it may be. Yeah, this is my dad, Dale, I'm Aiden. And
all right, so when we do this teardown, we're actually gonna do a complete motor rebuild. I want everybody to know, this father and son duo, we have never done this before. We have never tore down a motor and rebuilt it from the ground up when it comes to a motorcycle. So we are going to learn along with you. You're going to see maybe some of our mistakes, hopefully not too many, but we are going to just learn as we go. We'll be checking in on hopefully some other YouTubers that have done this kind of thing, and that's how we do a lot of our research, and we're going to do an awesome build here. And it's going to be also not just a rebuild, but we are going to customize this bike.
Custom built to our taste, colors, plates, everything, brand new bike. Just follow along with us. This will be the first video in the series. This is tearing it down, and then from there we're going to go to actually custom building it, polishing all the metals, building the engine, and you'll get to follow along through all those, so stay tuned for all the new videos.
All right, looking forward to it. Sometimes your son thinks he knows it all.
Oh, okay.
No. It's very important when you're doing this kind of thing, when you can, we try to put the bolts and nuts and anything like that back where we got them from. Even though I'm going to be trying to get an entire new bolt kit for this, it'll make it a lot easier than trying to determine where everything goes. So when you're draining the radiator, he's taking the hose off the bottom. When you leave the cap on when you first start it, and you'll just get some little bit coming out. And then when you relieve the vacuum brake on it by opening the cap, it'll pour easier.
A lot comes out of the engine bay as well.
Yeah, there's a bunch that comes out of the engine. It's hard to do that without making a mess, but he'll clean it up.
Yeah.
So when you're taking a radiator off, I don't care what you're in, they are very brittle and sensitive where these fins and stuff are. And if you can actually put a hole in it. With this particular radiator, we'll show you it's pretty bent up. We're going to plan on replacing it, so we're not too concerned with it.
Radiator guards have gone through the ringer a little bit.
So we'll be upgrading the radiator guards on these to billet aluminum guards.
He's learning.
Yeah, because on my YZ250, it's a 2020, I had that's just a small wreck, and I ended up damaging my radiator, and I changed the radiator and went ahead and put those guards, which will indeed save that from happening again, hopefully. This is just the overflow hose of that radiator.
Right.
Yeah. So when a lot of people will drain the radiator, they'll do it outside, or if they don't want to mess their shop floor up. I prefer to be warm. It's cold out right now, and I'd rather do everything inside that I can, so I'll sacrifice my floor for that. Yeah. So you can see that damage on that radiator. It actually, believe it or not, he's been riding this way. It's not leaking, but it's something.
Not leaking yet.
Yeah, not yet. And we're going to be doing a lot of trail riding, so we don't want to get miles out there and then have a problem. So we will put a new guard on this type of thing too to prevent this from the future. So on this 2006 CRF, there is a fuel shutoff valve right here. It comes off real loose, real easy. So we're gonna pull that up. So when we pull the fuel tank, we can actually disconnect it and get it up out of our way a little easier and make it to where we have a little less spillage. That's what I'm talking about. See, we're able to pull this up here so we can get this up twisted. He can take it off here, probably won't lose any fuel, and I won't have to drain this completely. So when we went to take this out, this was rounded. I needed to use a 6.12 on it. Unfortunately, I only had a 1/4 inch 12, so we used a breaker. And some mechanics will do this. Others probably cringe that you shouldn't do it, but we're backyard mechanics and whatever it takes to get it done. But yeah, we got it broke loose and got it out of here. So we will take it out. Another thing is, I went ahead and left the airbox assembly on here, not knowing, because since I haven't done this before and I didn't research it, I loosened it from the carburetor and we're just gonna pull it off the carburetor. If anybody knows of any easier ways to do that, put it in the comments. I'd love to know if there's another way to take that off where you take the airbox off first, but maybe this is the best, I don't know. So there you go, let's pop that off there. Okay, so we go ahead and show that.
And there it is. So that's just your airbox and the boot to connect onto that carburetor. And like you were saying, we just left this in here instead of taking it out first so we can pull on the frame and get that to break loose off that carburetor. Yeah, our camera cut out a little bit when we were taking off the handlebars. I'm not sure if it missed it completely, but so just keep that in mind when you might see something disappear that we didn't take off. So
yeah, handlebars pretty straightforward. Yeah, Aiden lost the 10, and look where I found it.
Couldn't find the 10 millimeter, but you know,
yeah,
a mechanic always loses the 10 millimeters, so.
Yeah, but not by leaving it on something like that. That's. So here's a problem already with this rebuild. He's been riding this bike, look at this. That's probably why he was always so slow.
Right. Is that what you're,
look at there!
What's up? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
There it is, for shock. There it is, there's your shock right there. All taken apart, we'll clean it all up, make it nice. Maybe get a new spring for it, we'll see. There's your rear swing arm. Put the bolt back in there so we don't lose that. There's also a washer on that side. Make sure that's still on there. Same with on this side.
go inspect
So
it.
here's the spark plug harness. We're gonna inspect it, but it's how easy it all just comes together. We might look into replacing it, but we'll see. It's pretty simple. We just detached the ground and unplugged them, and then it all comes out in one piece. We're able to slide it out the front, and then off the front. This is basically right underneath the handlebars. Just unplug it from there, and then these three will unplug from kind of over behind the handlebars. But then this slides out the front, and that's all you need.
Why don't you do this? Go dump that. Go recycle the antifreeze, and then come back and just put that in that bucket. The antifreeze. Take it out and put it in our recycle bin.
Oh, okay.
Always a step behind. It's just like I'm going blind.
All right. The moment we've all been waiting for. Figure it out. How to get that out
Let's
of
get
there.
the engine out.
I think you're gonna come this way.
I think so.
And it's all you. It's gonna have to go back, twist, and out to your left. You gotta get out past these little tails. So twist.
Might take 3 minutes.
Okay, now you need to lift the back.
It's out. It's out. Can you take it?
Take a picture.
There it is. Engine's out. We're set.
And there this is. Frame.
Full
Now,
frame.
We will take the steering part. I don't even know what is it called.
Fork mounts?
Sure, we'll call that. They're
the fork mounts.
Yeah, you guys can all tell us how crazy we are because we don't know what it's called. But
All right, so here's everything torn apart. We got all the plastics right here, which most of them are going to be replaced, if not all of them. Bent up radiator guards, as well as if you can even still call these radiators, I'm not even sure. So there's all the plastics. And then we have the engine right here. It's going to be a fun one. Shocks, everything over here. Frame. I pressure washed the frame a little bit, but everything else is just how it came off the bike. Well, that's a wrap. We officially have torn everything down. You saw the video of everything laid out. From this point on, it's just cleaning up the frame, putting new plastics on, replacing a lot of parts, but we're also restoring some of them. So yeah, that's pretty much it for tearing it down.
yeah, I think it went pretty well for not knowing what we're really doing, just kind of coming, just basic mechanic skills. I will tell you one thing. I feel like I've done something wrong. I'm not bleeding.
Yeah.
I usually bleed when I work on.
Granted,
anything.
I mean, we were babies because we wore gloves, but I mean,
No, he's a baby. I did it for him.
Yeah.
He's a baby. But yeah, that's my boy. He's doing a good job, and it'll be fun putting this thing back together, and we'll see if it stays together, but I'm sure it will.
yeah.
Yeah, right?
It goes faster apart. I'm sure it'll take us a little bit longer to put everything back together, especially, messing around trying to find where the bolts go. But yeah, it'll go good.
But it is a fun father-son project. It gives us the ability to hang out together and learn together and just bond. We bond.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Follow for the next videos and watch the cleanings, watch the engine rebuild, and it'll be fun. All right. Talk to you guys
All
later.
right. Rock on.